All right. No elections occur in Nigeria. There's no election. Yeah. My name is and we want to discuss politics with them. All right. In my own opinion, no elections occur in Nigeria at all. There is no election because election is supposed to be a platform where the citizens of a particular country vote to select a leader or leaders, alright, in public offices. So in Nigeria, there is no such thing as election. And these are my reasons of saying that there is no election in Nigeria. The first on my list is, let's look at our population actually. What's the population of Nigeria? Today, Nigeria is estimated to be around 223 million people. Yes, 223 million people living in this country. Of course, there are many people that do not believe. Some people believe that the numbers are way too higher than what we are seeing. And some of their points for believing so are valid because the last time I remember we had census in this country was 2008 or 10, thereabout. So since about 10 years ago, there has not been any census. Or maybe even before that, there has not been any census at all in this country. Now, the population of the citizens of this country and the number of people, that were supposed to, be eligible for election do not tally. Now, according to the agency for election, the number of registered voters we have is 93 million voters, okay? So now, it's a very good thing for us to have 93 million voters. So meaning 93 million people were supposed to determine the fate of the 253 million people. At the end of the day, what we ended up having just 33 million voters in the recently concluded presidential election. 33 million voters, my friends, 33 million. So instead of having 93 million voting, we had 33 million. What is the percentage and what's the ratio? It's not up to half. And remember, 93 million is not even up to the half of the population of Nigeria. The population that we're still questioning that is not really representing the actual number of people living in Nigeria. Now we're having not up to half registered, and even out of those people that are registered, we just have 53 million. From my own simple calculation, that's about, let's say, 30%. Alright? Let's say just 30%. So 30% of the number of registered voters determine the fate of the whole country. And remember, the number of registered voters, we're talking about people that are 18 years upward. Alright? So those 33% of these people were the ones determining the fate of the country. Are you getting me now? So look at it. Now, the ruling party rather, the APC party, got a total number of 8 million. Okay, approximately 9 million because it's 8,794,736. So the ruling party got 8 million. My brother, my sister, or my friends rather. 8 million people are deciding for 223 million citizens of Nigeria. There is no way this is happening anywhere in the world. Nigeria, as the giant of Africa, is not supposed to be experiencing this kind of turnout or election, result that we're having. Now, 8 million are just how many percent of the population? Now let's assume, okay, 8 million. If it was, let's say 10, that would be 5% of the population. So, can you see? 5% of Nigerians are the ones determining what is happening in Nigeria. Can you getting it? In my own opinion, those people in public offices, especially the senators, if they are not discussing how to ensure that at least more than 50% of eligible voters are accounted for, or they are not making sure that more than 50% of the eligible voters vote in the next election, then they should all resign. They are not doing any work. They shouldn't collect any salary. Yes. They are collecting tons of millions. I think in my own, I remember hearing that some of these senators collect a total sum of almost more than 100 million. One senator. And we have about 108. I can't really remember that. 108, let me just say. 108 senators, please, if I'm wrong, please, I will correct that later. 108 senators collecting 100 and plus. And if they are not able to make sure in the next election that we have 50% of registered voters, and 50% that will mean that at least 50 million people determine the fate of this country, then they should stop collecting salary for their public offices or for their public engagement, because obviously there's no reason to collect money when you're not really working. There's no other work other than, in fact, there is no other work, and there should be a state of emergency to all senators. And I hope and pray that this might be the get to any of these senators or all of them at once. If you are sitting in that office and all this your legislation and bills that you are passing here and there, and you are not able to pass a bill or start up a conversation whereby at least 50% of the registered voters, which is about 50 million, if 50 million people do not vote and make decisions, that's 50%. It's supposed to be 100% too, because we are still having controversies on the number, all these numbers, both the population of Nigeria, the population of the number of registered voters. So at least the next thing you can do in this your life, in this your public office, is to make sure that 50 million people determine the fate of the whole nation. Now let's look at some statistics, please. Let's look at some statistics. Number one here, I have that the number of students that are not WAEC in 2023 is 1.6 million. All right, 1.6 million. So the median age for WAEC is about 16 years. Or let's just say 18, because there are people that are far older. Let me just put it at 18. All right, so 1.6 million. Now, over a period of 4 years, we have another election. So when you multiply 1.6 million times 4, what does that tell you? Times 4, in my own small mathematics, I think that should be 6 million. That's 6.4 million. 6.4 million. So 6.4 million should emerge every year out of the total number of voters we have. So in the next election, out of this 9.3 million, we should have additional 6 million. Yes, additional 6 million. All right. Now let's look at another number here. Number here is number of people in university have 1.8 million. All right. How many of these university students actually vote in this election? How many of them? They're having an election and the school session is still on. Some students are still in school. What are we doing? Why is Nigeria playing? Why would they play like this? Why would they play? Now let me pause a little bit on Nigerian numbers. Let's go to United States numbers. You know, I told you guys that I follow these people up a lot. Now the United States have a population of 336 million. 330 million approximately. All right. Now, how many people voted? My people, the number of votes casted for the leading candidate. I'm not talking about those smaller voters and the people that did not vote at all, because the United States, I think they don't have anything like voters card, so there's nothing like the total number of registered voters. Okay, so we have the total number of registered voters. We might have that number higher because a whole lot of people don't want to vote. Some people are not voting at all. Some of them, they call them independent voters, all right? Now, the number of people that voted for the United States election is 152 million. 77 for Donald Trump and 75 for, what do you call her? Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. Now look at the numbers. 152 million decided to vote of 330 plus million. That is half of the population. Half of the population are determining what is happening in that country that has sense. Where human beings are living. Because yes, human beings are not living here. I'm telling you, yes, you looking at me, that all you do is watch TikTok where you see a girl dancing, showing her cleavage and shaking her booties. That's all we do in this country. I'm telling you, most of us, yes, it's really like, that's all we do. We watch all those things. Yes, I don't want to exempt myself. You go to TikTok. Because sometimes some of the things you don't want to watch pop up. That's what we are spending our time doing. So that places where human beings are living, they have a number of half of their population, 152 million, are determining their fate. Your population is 223. The people determining your fate is 23 million. 223 and 23 million. It's not half. It's not 1/4. It's not 1/8. It's not half. It's not 1/4. It's not quarter. It's not 25%. It's not 8. Are we human beings? Are we human beings? Meanwhile, this United States, their numbers are correct. The numbers are correct because they have a brain. A brain that's working, not like our own Nigerian brain of statistics that is not working. I don't know the people working there, honestly. The boss of that company need to be sacked. Yes, if you are hearing me, they are the boss. They need to be sacked. You are not doing anything there. Get out, okay? Okay, I know they fear you. Okay, they hear me. Now, listen up. Now, they have a good number, good records that can be trusted. And half of them are determining their fate. Nigeria, our numbers cannot be trusted yet. Not even up to 1/4 of us are determining our fate. Where are we going? Now, let's go back to some of the numbers we are having here. Now, some of the important numbers you need to know is that the number of registered voters in Nigeria is 93 million. All right, the number of people that are actually supposed to vote. At the end of the day, like 3 million did not come out and vote. You know why? Let me tell you what these people are doing. You see, in this my video, I don't have any business with Tinubu. I did Tinubu, Tinubu's regime or whatever it is. My business in all my videos, even if I call his name, my business, my target in all my videos is what we must do for the next election so that we can get this right. At least, let things be the same. For at least just half of, let's use ourselves half. Yeah, let's use our sanity half. I'm not saying fully, let everything be perfect. Let it be half at least. Not that we are behaving like animals, please. I'm sorry for using that language. But you know what I mean. Now look at it. Like 3 million registered voters do not vote. You know why? Some of the reasons are, for instance, me now. Alright? I was supposed to vote and I changed my location, okay? So you are supposed to change your location to your current location so that when you vote in that area. You know what happened? Number one, they make it in such a way that you are not able to locate places that are close to you. They put a whole lot of alphabet that does not resonate with youth. Me, I still have concern for election. There are people that don't care at all. All they just want is add this thing and go and cast vote. They make it difficult for them. You know why? Because they know what they are doing. Alright? Now, I was able to look at places close to my location. So I chose the former area. That place was very far. I remember on election day, you cannot use transport. You know what? I use my 2 legs and trek to my former location. And that trek cost me about, let's say, 2 hours. I use my legs because I cannot afford not to vote. I can't afford to just, when my story is told, I didn't vote at all. Alright? So I take to that place to go and vote. How many people will take to their former place? Now, those people that wanted to change their location, remember I told you, they made it difficult for them to locate their own polling unit when selecting. They use alphabet, thinking of the area. They didn't use the area. You are living in, they didn't put the area there. I get to me, if I'm wrong, somebody should tell me. Now, secondly, now look at it. Another reason is that, of course, parents did not allow. I have a lot of friends that their parents did not allow them to vote as much as they are old enough. As they are old enough to vote, their parents did not allow them to go and vote. You know why? Because of election violence, all those things that happens in election. And guess what? There were a lot of violence. Although in my own area, because a lot of people came out, they were able to have their way. They wanted to start something, but people were there. All right, are you getting me now? And I tell you, in my own polling unit, we have over 300 and something people that are supposed to vote. Guess how many that voted? The number of people that voted is, I think, about 150 or so. All right, out of maybe 500. Sorry for saying like 500. Are you getting me? Now, 150 voted. Now, you know what happened to the rest? The rest, either they are afraid of the election violence, whatever it is, it's called. Either they are living very far and they could not locate the polling unit close to their place, or they are not going to vote at all because they don't trust the Nigerian electoral system. There are a whole lot of people that do not trust. Because of that, they are not voting. Although that is why we are here. We're here to talk about all those things so that people can have confidence and go out and vote. There are a whole lot of things to discuss, but because I don't want the video to be too long, I'm going to stop here. When you think about all this thing I'm saying, when I create another video, we're going to continue on this discussion. My name is Upebuka, and this is Politics with John. Please hit subscription button. Yes. Share the video as far as you can. And like, then make comment. Because when you make comment, people out there will hear some of this thing we're discussing. And guess what? They will start, getting oriented, and a whole lot of people will start something we're doing too. Something like this, so that we can spread the news. And at the end of the day, by 2027 or whatever, we'll have a reasonable number of people coming out to vote. God bless you. Please remember to like, comment. God bless you. Thank you. This is John. See you in the next video.